Now, good morning, Northwest. It was supposed to end the fighting, but the ceasefire between Israel and Iran didn't even last one night. Now, both sides are threatening retaliation. We are tracking the story that's developing by the hour.
And today will be the warmest weather in many days, but things are looking even hotter for Hoop Fest weekend.
Plus, the signs are everywhere. Hoop Fest is almost here. More than 200,000 people are getting ready to descend on Spokane for the world's largest 3-on-3 basketball tournament. We'll show you how the city is getting ready. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. Welcome to your Tuesday. It is June 24th. Let's check in with meteorologist Matt Gray. A nice morning, but you're talking about some haze out there.
Yeah, it is very noticeable, especially if you were up early with us in the 5 a.m. hour. A red sunrise. We all know what that means this time of the year. That means there is some wildfire smoke high up in our skies and moving across our region this morning. And you could see that haze as you look towards the horizon. Pretty noticeable still, even with the sun at a higher angle. 54 right now, so pretty comfortable as you step out the door. AQI is at moderate, so the air quality has gone down a little bit. Some of that high elevation smoke, which showed up yesterday, combine that with a couple of local fires. Things have settled down. Smoke tends to settle at night and then raise up during the day. So we are seeing that moderate air quality. So something to keep in mind as you go about your day. You'll notice the haze continuing through the early to mid morning. It'll be less noticeable as the sun rises higher in the sky, and we'll end up with partly cloudy to mostly sunny conditions for the late morning. Temperatures will quickly push their way into the 70s for the late morning to right around lunchtime. I'm expecting highs in the low 80s today. This will be the warmest day this week as we'll get cooler Wednesday through Friday. Still, not that many showers, and we're talking about some hot weather for Hoop Fest coming up.
We are following breaking news out of the Middle East. Last night, President Trump announced a ceasefire deal between Israel and Iran, but things aren't holding up. Trump said both sides agreed to stop fighting, but just a few hours later, Iran launched more missiles at Israel. Now, that ceasefire deal was supposed to kick in around 5:30 last night, but it did not last long. Then Israel says Iran launched missiles just 2 hours after the deadline. One of them hit an apartment building, killing 4 people and hurting many others. And it didn't stop there. Iran also went after U.S. bases in Qatar and Iraq. The White House says no one was hurt, but it's a clear sign that this is far from over. In fact, Israeli officials say this might just be the start. In a post on X, Israel's military said in part, in light of the severe violation of the ceasefire, we will respond with force. And President Trump is also responding too.
You know what? We basically have 2 countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing.
Right now, there's no sign of either side backing down, and both are already talking retaliation again. This conflict is heating up pretty fast, and we'll keep you updated as we learn more. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. New information in the search for Travis Decker, the Wenatchee man accused of murdering his 3 young daughters, Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia.
The Kittitas County Sheriff's Office sharing an update on its Facebook page saying at this time there is no certain evidence that Decker is alive or even remains in central Washington. However, the Sheriff's Office says it can't and won't quit searching for him. It believes if Decker's out there, he is a danger to the public. The Sheriff's Office also says resources are being redirected to find and recover Decker if he died in the rugged wilderness during this intense search, a possibility that increases every day. Visible extra patrols continue in the area. The U.S. Marshals Service has turned their fugitive finding resources to the task of finding Decker if he has left our area. Now, if you are a cabin owner in central Washington and notice something out of place, or if you're hiking in the enchantments and find evidence missed by police, the Sheriff's Office asks you to report it by calling KIT-COM or 911.
Plans for a zip line soaring over the Spokane River in downtown are moving forward. The Spokane City Council voting 5-0 last night to approve that zip line plan, with Councilmember Zach Sapone and Council President Betsy Wilkerson absent. Some people came out to support the zip line project, with one woman sharing how she believes it will boost our local economy.
A zip line here isn't just fun, it's a perfect fit for our landscape and community vibe. This attraction will draw more people downtown. It will support local businesses, restaurants, shops, and our thriving art scene.
Councilmember Katie Klitsky reiterating that the city will not be investing money into this project. And for those worried about safety, the city says it's required the developer to purchase a large amount of insurance.
From the community, I've heard a little bit of concern about the city of Spokane investing money in this. We are not. It is being developed by a private vendor who will be also assuming the liability, and our legal department did require them to assume a pretty hefty insurance plan for this.
The next step in this process for the department is for the Department of Ecology to approve the permit for the zip line, which the city expects will happen by July 2nd.
Spokane is counting down the days to Hoop Fest, and signs are everywhere. In Riverfront Park, you can already see equipment being set up in preparation for the more than 200,000 visitors and 4,000 teams to make their way to the city this weekend.
Which is the exact same as last year, which is great news. We're very happy with that number. Our youth teams are way up, which is great too, so it'll be fun to see a lot more kids on the court this year.
Brackets for Hoop Fest drop tomorrow at 5 p.m. That is when you will find out who, when, and where you play. Team packet pickup is Thursday and Friday. And Washington State Patrol will increase patrols along I-90 this weekend during Hoop Fest.
The patrols will be focused on targeting drivers who seem impaired or are speeding excessively. WSP Chief John Batiste saying our officers will be out in full force this weekend to ensure that everyone gets to and from the event safely. So please drive sober and stay alert.
And tell us about your team. Go on the 4 News Now Facebook page and share a few details. We'll cover the event, and you may just see 4 News Now crews at your game this weekend. Love to highlight some of those fun teams.
So many.
It's now 6 minutes after 6.
Checking back in with meteorologist Matt Gray, looking at our forecast for today. No rain.
No rain. So if you missed it over the weekend, it was nice to see some of that rain on Sunday night. And I think that's going to be it for the month of June. The way things are going, we're going to be waiting until July for our next real chance of rain in the Spokane area. Other places might get a little bit luckier. We'll show you where we're going to be watching for a couple thunderstorms this afternoon coming up.
And get ready to make a splash. Spokane Valley Splashdown Water Park opens Friday with all slides ready to go. We'll show you what families can expect for the grand reopening.
And Harvard versus the White House. A federal judge sides with the university in a battle over international students. The constitutional fight that's far from over. It's just ahead.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's our endless summer savings sales event where new Sierra 2500s come with $5,500 off MSRP or 3.95% APR. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
We invite you to Missisquoi Casino Hotel, where jackpots, food, and fun come together. As the area's only non-smoking casino, we're proud to be the place that treats you right. Stay and play. Enjoy live table games, your favorite gaming machines, and bet on your favorite players and sports with Caesars Sportsbook. Check out our event space for your next special gathering. We're located north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Plan your visit today at Missisquoi.com.
Wildfire season is here, and we may be affected by smoke. Protect your health by being prepared. 1. Check current air quality and fire activity online and plan accordingly. 2. When it's smoky, limit or avoid time outdoors. And 3. Keep indoor air as clean as possible. Replace home air filters more often and set the air conditioner to the recirculate mode. For the latest information about wildfires and air quality, visit the Washington Smoke blog, wasmoke.blogspot.com.
You would never go years without changing your oil. Did you know not maintaining your water heater can cause serious issues? Sediment can reduce efficiency, causing higher energy bills, leaks, and water heater failure. Sediment also causes bacteria that impacts water quality. An annual flush is the best defense against costly damage to your home, health, and wallet. Right now, Gold Seal Plumbing is offering an $89 water heater flush to keep your home and family safe and worry-free. So call Gold Seal Plumbing today. We're on our way.
It's our endless summer savings sales event where you'll find new Sierra 1500s with savings up to $14,500 off MSRP. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
4 News Now is brought to you by BECU and the Scale House Market.
It is 6:10. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. President Donald Trump heads to the NATO summit today as lawmakers back in the U.S. receive briefings on Iran.
Meanwhile, Qatar says it's intercepted Iran's missile attack on a U.S. base yesterday, and that follows U.S. strikes on Iranian nuclear facilities over the weekend. NATO Secretary General acknowledges that Iran might come up during the summit, but analysts say defense spending is likely to be the key focus here. U.S. support for Ukraine is cooling under Trump. He also wants NATO members to contribute 5% to their gross domestic products to defense. Some are still short of the current goal, which is 2%.
A federal judge blocks the Trump administration from stopping Harvard University from accepting international students. Judge Allison Burroughs issued the indefinite injunction Monday, citing constitutional protections. The administration claims national security concerns about Harvard's vetting of international scholars. Burroughs will decide this summer on Harvard's challenge to federal grant cuts.
According to Wells Fargo, a 4th of July barbecue for 10 people with all the traditional fixings will cost roughly $130 this year. That's up 2.2% from last year, but Americans may not notice anything too unusual. That's a relatively normal price increase following 5 years of pandemic-fueled inflation. Tariffs don't appear to have much impacted the 4th of July food prices just yet because most of the menu items are produced domestically.
Americans looking to stretch their budgets are using buy now, pay later options for everything from groceries to cruises. But soon, choosing the buy now, pay later option could affect credit scores. FICO, the company that developed the most widely used U.S. credit score, has plans for a new credit score model. It factors in buy now, pay later loan data to evaluate credit worthiness. FICO expects the new model will be ready for release this fall.
Takeaways today in your forecast. It's going to be a hazy one as wildfire smoke drifts overhead today. Low 80s. That'll be the warmest weather we see for the work week, but not for the week entirely. We're going to be heating up for Hoop Fest.
Well, Splashdown Spokane Valley says it plans to open on Friday, giving families another place to cool down this summer. The park's owners say inclement weather prevented them from opening earlier this season, but now the park staff says it's putting the finishing touches on maintenance and painting the pools for the grand opening.
You get a lot more at Splashdown with all the slides, different. We need to add, we're going to add more in the coming soon, but this year at least we're just going to have everything open and ready to go.
Splashdown is considering a soft opening on Thursday, but it plans to be fully open Friday. Splashdown's website is currently down, but you'll still be able to buy tickets at the park. Very exciting, just in time for some warm weather.
Oh, yeah.
Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:13.
And extreme weather coast to coast. Dangerous heat breaks records in the east. Deadly lightning strikes Florida. A honeymoon turns tragic, and graduation ceremonies become medical emergencies. We have the full story next.
First, we got a pleasant start to our Tuesday as we take a commercial break. Check out a live look downtown Spokane. It's the calm before the storm before Hoop Fest weekend. We are bringing you all the Hoop Fest news throughout the morning here on Good Morning Northwest.
4 News Now is brought to you by STCU and Volunteers Count.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday! Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get large pizzas for just $12.99, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
Ghirardelli Intense Dark. Bold. Rich. Intensely delicious dark chocolate. Ghirardelli Intense Dark. Makes life a bite better.
One call, that's all, means we take care of everything after your car wreck.
From dealing with insurance companies to helping you find doctors and repair shops,
Craig Swap and Associates made the whole process so easy.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical guarantees to keep your home safe and cool. Your comfort is Andy's priority. Stay cool this summer with a new air conditioning system from Carrier and turn to the experts. Andy's offers a wide range of top quality air conditioning systems that are both reliable and environmentally friendly. Andy's team of experts are highly trained and experienced, so you can stay comfortable with Andy's hassle-free installation service. Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical, your trusted Carrier experts since 1972.
For 25 years, you've made Triple Play more than just a place to play. You've turned it into a place where memories are made. We want to thank our amazing guests and community. From birthday parties to company outings and spontaneous weekend adventures, your memories are what make Triple Play special. Here's to 25 years of fun and many more to come. Thank you for being part of our story.
Every great performance starts with a great night's sleep. Thanks to new Natrol Sleep and Restore, which helps me be this me, this me, this me. I'm kidding. To be my best at all of this, I have to be my best at this. Every great night's sleep starts with Natrol.
New Natrol Sleep and Restore for your ultimate restorative sleep.
How to change the way you pizza. Step 1, grab a delicious Papa Murphy's pizza. Step 2, bake. Step 3, chow down on the deliciousness. Order the fan favorite cowboy pizza right now at papamurphys.com.
We are following breaking news out of Nez Perce County this morning. An 18-year-old woman from Lewiston died in Monday's crash. Troopers say she was driving when she lost control and rolled her SUV. Here's the map to show you exactly where it happened. This was just after 8:30 last night on Waha Road near Buchanan Road south of Lewiston. State police say the SUV veered off the road, went into a ditch, and then rolled. She was flown to the hospital but died shortly after. Troopers say she wasn't wearing a seatbelt, and they're still looking into whether alcohol or drugs might have been involved. The road was blocked off for about 3 hours while crews cleared the scene. Right now, the crash is still under investigation. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. Well, this morning, the heat is on. We are just beginning to feel like summer here in the inland Northwest.
Yeah, but parts of the country are bracing for heat today like they've never experienced before. ABC's Allison Cossack has the details.
This morning, cities in the east weathering a new round of rare and dangerous heat.
It feels like an armpit out here.
It's boiling. It feels like over 100 degrees out of here.
If I don't have to be here, I wouldn't be here.
In New York yesterday, the city seeing its hottest temperature since 1888 with highs approaching 100. In New Jersey, several high school graduations turning dangerous. At least 160 people in Paterson suffered heat-related illnesses during outdoor ceremonies. And in Baltimore, where humidity had it feeling like 113 degrees, a power cut left passengers stranded on this Amtrak train for more than an hour with no AC.
They're still trying to get the motor going.
Electrical grids struggling to keep up with demand as people crank up the air. Blackouts hitting more than 100,000 customers across 6 states. Power prices now surging in some areas. In Boston, where 100-degree temperatures have triggered a heat emergency, wholesale power prices reportedly jumped by 700% during the hottest part of the day. Meanwhile, in the South, deadly thunderstorms swept through parts of Florida. In Marco Island, tourists were taking shelter from the weekend rain when their tiki hut was hit by lightning, injuring 3 people.
The shock had went through my body. I couldn't hear. I couldn't hardly see. I could barely walk.
And a honeymoon turning tragic on New Smyrna Beach when a man was struck and killed by lightning while wading in ankle-deep water. Allison Cossack, ABC News, New York.
Makes you feel pretty lucky that we're not seeing that here.
Yeah,
right
no
now.
kidding. In fact, a gorgeous start to our day, temperature-wise anyway. It's very pleasant. And yeah, things are heating up for Hoop Fest.
Things are going to be heating up for Hoop Fest. It always seems like that comes around this weekend. There always seems to be some sort of upward trajectory with the temperatures.
Yep.
It looks like we're going to see that once again here this weekend. As for this week, things will be just a little bit above average for the next several days. certainly the hazy sky is going to help kind of keep things from getting too hot out there. Wanted to show you kind of the moisture content here, not necessarily to show you whether it's wet or dry up in the middle layers of the atmosphere, but it gives you a really good idea of the wind flow happening higher up, which has brought some of that smoke down from Canada, from Alaska, across the inland Northwest, where it's all been kind of swept up into this system over Nevada here. And so this is why we're seeing plenty of hazy skies, not just here in the inland Northwest, but across the western United States as a whole. However, you do combine that with a couple of fires in the Cascades and some calmer winds, some general settling as we've gone throughout the night of some of that smoke from higher elevations. And that has led us to what we are seeing today, which is moderate air quality across much of the region and notably hazy skies. So that's for today. Winds are going to pick up though for Wednesday, and that should get us back into the good zone for hopefully the rest of the week. Got to take it day by day now this time of the year. Our highs for today will be in the low 80s, although with the kind of very thick haze we're seeing in some areas that we could end up being a degree or two below these numbers here. And in fact, probably the odds are a little bit higher of that with just how thick some of that smoke coverage is in some areas this morning. Now, we are going to see a slow cooling right back down to about our average highs for Friday. And look what happens once we get into the weekend. Hoopfest weekend is just the start of what is going to be a big warm-up that we're really going to notice by the time we get to this time next week, where we'll be back into the 90s, and it is going to feel somewhat unpleasant for the afternoons once we get to next Monday, next Tuesday, and perhaps beyond. A couple of isolated thunderstorms today, as we are going to be close to 90 in parts of central Washington. Try and get going off of the Cascades. I think it's going to be pretty isolated coverage for your afternoon and evening, but folks like Omak, around Winthrop, the Waterville Plateau, even Republic and Colville, you have at least a small chance to see another thunderstorm today. For Hoopfest weekend, so 80 for Saturday, 87 for Sunday. I think we're going to hold off on those 90s, as we mentioned, until we get to Monday. And we got something special for you on this Tuesday. It's time for a Tuesday Pet of the Week.
We are so excited to introduce you to Arlo. Arlo is a 5-year-old Alaskan Husky who is as sweet as he is handsome. Those beautiful blue eyes will steal your heart. Arlo loves to play fetch and also just hang out in the sunshine with you. He likes the water, knows his basic commands, and of course, treats are his favorite, and he takes them just like a gentleman should. If you're looking for a companion that commands attention from every passerby, stop by Companions Animal Center and meet Arlo. Or for more information, you can always visit our website at companionsanimalcenter.org.
Arlo.
Oh, we're all in love right here.
So cute. Someone go get him. Good morning, Northwest time right now, 6:22.
Following their series victory against the Cubs, which we love, the Seattle Mariners kept the momentum rolling last night in the Twin Cities. Who had the hot bats? We'll tell you next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Style or substance? Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get 0% APR on select Sierra 1500 models.
ShopDaveSmith.com.
People don't normally think about their tires. Well, we do. Since 1962, Perfection Tire has been your locally owned tire and auto repair shop, carrying top quality brands like Cooper Tires.
We take pride in providing honest, friendly service at our very best prices. We live where you live, and we understand the local road conditions, weather, and the needs of your vehicle. We invite you to your neighborhood Perfection Tire for your tire and service needs. Nobody beats perfection.
I'm Doug Trudeau with Trudeau's Marina. It's summertime. It's time to get out on the water and experience the fun of boating. We have a huge selection of new boats to choose from. Find the best fit for you and your family at Trudeau's Marina. All our boats are powered by Mercruiser. So if you're in the market for a boat, come in and see us at Trudeau's Marina in downtown Spokane.
Are you ready for an upgrade? Now is the time during the 2024 model clearance sale at Post Falls Volkswagen. Drive home the 2024 Tiguan today with 0% APR. Have a trade-in? We want your vehicle and we will pay top dollar. We also have cashback bonuses up to $2,500 on 2025 models. Don't let these deals pass you by. Head to Post Falls Volkswagen now, the home of 0000.
It is now 6:25. Things may be starting to look up again for the Mariners.
After winning the series against the Cubs, Seattle's bats stayed red hot against the Minnesota Twins last night, with the M's already up 1-0 in the first. Julio Rodriguez sends this pitch deep for a 2-run homer, and the M's continue to pile it on from there. By the top of the ninth, it's 9-2, and Cal Raleigh puts the exclamation point on it with home run number 32 of his for the season. It's his 4th consecutive game with a homer. Now Seattle improves to 3-1 on the road trip with an 11-2 victory. Julio was 2 for 5 with 4 RBIs for the win. Again, our producer Joel probably loves hearing me talk about the Twins losing. So.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry.
Clearly they didn't play well enough to win, so.
Well, when you got the big dumper on your side,
I know,
what you
can't
gonna
beat
do? It's now 6:26.
A Supreme Court ruling changes the game for Trump's deportation plans, what it means for immigrants who could now be sent to any country willing to accept them. That's next.
Plus, letters of support and a wife's plea, but it's not enough to free a Spokane man from federal custody. Hannah Joy has more on the charges keeping Martin Diaz locked up until trial ahead. As we go to break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, new details on Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez's lavish Venice wedding. A source close to the couple telling ABC News that less than 200 of the couple's family and close friends will be traveling to Italy for the event. ABC News exclusively obtaining this portion of the couple's wedding invitation sent to guests in May, which asks guests to skip gifts for the billionaire couple and lists 3 Venetian charities that Bezos and Sanchez will be donating to on their behalf. But not everyone happy with the wedding events. Across Venice, protests popping up.
If you can afford to shut down the city for a wedding, then yes, you can pay more taxes.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on this multi-million-dollar wedding in Venice. With your GMA First Look, I'm Allison Kozik, ABC News, New York.
Touch can mean so many things, even for children with moderate to severe eczema. Touch can stir a sense of wonder, can make a ride go smoothly, and make a smile stretch ear to ear. Dupixent can help your child stay ahead of eczema with clearer skin and noticeably less itch. When a touch is all in good fun, Dupixent helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Severe allergic reactions can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Help your child feel the heal and see the difference. Reach out to your child's eczema specialist today.
Livestream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by R&R RV.
Summer has arrived, and that means barbecues on the back deck. And nobody has a better selection of decking than the decking pros at Windsor Plywood. Whatever you need, Windsor has it, including great railing options.
Windsor Plywood.
Wait.
We invite you to Mississauga Casino Hotel, where jackpots, food, and fun come together. As the area's only non-smoking casino, we're proud to be the place that treats you right. Stay and play. Enjoy live table games, your favorite gaming machines, and bet on your favorite players and sports with Caesars Sportsbook. Check out our event space for your next special gathering. We're located north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Plan your visit today at Mississauga.com.
4 News Now anchors, not just in the newsroom, but in the community, doing the work, listening to you, asking questions to help keep your family safe. We're the people you trust on your screens and in your neighborhood. We'll always be there on 4 News Now. From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Welcome to the 4 News Now Story Tracker. We are kicking it off with some big news out of Sin City today. Dolly Parton hasn't done a concert series in Las Vegas in 32 years. But that's finally set to change. The music legend just announced a 6-concert stint there. Her mini-residency, Dolly Live in Las Vegas, will run at the Coliseum at Caesars Palace in December.
Orcas are among the most fascinating marine mammals to study, and new research from scientists in the Puget Sound area is revealing a unique behavior. They may be using algae to groom themselves. Video shows orcas collecting bull kelp from the sea floor to roll between their bodies. Researchers calling this unusual behavior allokelping. Scientists theorize it's a form of grooming to improve the orca's skin. The new study appears in the journal Current Biology.
You learned some fun facts today.
Yeah, you did. Good morning, Northwest. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. It is Tuesday, June 24th. It'll be impressive if you already knew that, though, going into that story. Let's check in with meteorologist Matt Gray to look at that first alert forecast as we kick off our Tuesday morning.
Hey, why wouldn't you? All the kids are into skincare nowadays.
It's true.
That is very true.
Everybody's much more conscious of that. I guess the whales are too. All right, so we're looking this morning out at hazy skies. I mean, look, you can see just how when you look back towards the horizon here in Coeur d'Alene, you can see the dusty look out in the horizon as well in Spokane. Temperatures are in the 50s, and otherwise it is a beautiful start to the day, but that wildfire smoke that started to make things a little hazy coming down from Canada, coming down from Alaska yesterday, well, some of that has now begun to settle down into our breathing space here this morning, and so that's why we have moderate air quality across much of the inland Northwest. A couple of local fires in the Cascades also contributing to that as well this morning. So if you are super sensitive to smoke, you may notice a thing or two. Everybody will notice, however, the haze. I mean, look at this. You look towards the sun and it almost still seems like a kind of a dusty white sky as opposed to a blue sky. That's likely to continue throughout the day today. We will get up into the 80s. It'll be the warmest day of the work week. Although with this layer of haze, we may struggle a little bit more than perhaps I thought earlier this morning. We'll see cooler weather Wednesday through Friday, and then hotter weather is coming for Hoop Fest. We'll take a closer look coming up.
Matt, thanks. A major court decision is having an immediate effect on undocumented immigrants across the country.
It means some of Trump administration's planned deportations can now go ahead unimpeded. Here's ABC's Andrew Dimbert with the details.
The Supreme Court handed a legal victory to the Trump administration, allowing for the deportation of some immigrants to any country. The ruling overturns a lower court order which blocked the deportation of several detainees to South Sudan.
It allows President Trump to send illegal aliens convicted of rape, murder, homicide, assault, battery, crimes against children to any country around the world that is willing to accept them. So whether that be South Sudan, or whether it be Somalia, or whether it be Ethiopia.
3 liberal justices sharply dissented, saying the decision is rewarding lawlessness. Justice Sonia Sotomayor saying the Trump administration had already acted in violation of unambiguous lower courts. She added, "This is not the first time the court closes its eyes to noncompliance, nor, I fear, will it be the last." A Homeland Security official calls the ruling a victory for the safety and security of the American people. Fire up the deportation planes. But late last night, a federal judge in Boston said the men at the center of the case, those sent to South Sudan, are protected while the legal case plays out. Meanwhile, a separate immigration case stirring controversy. Video shows a violent workplace arrest in California. Marine veteran Alejandro Barranco says his father, Narcisco, was arrested by masked agents while landscaping at an IHOP restaurant. He says his father is undocumented, having been in the U.S. since the 90s, but has no criminal history.
He's always dedicated his life to work. That's all I've ever known him as, just a hardworking guy, kind guy. He's a good dad.
Authorities say Narcisco swung a weed whacker and resisted arrest, but video shows no apparent assault on officers. The Barranco family is calling for the father's release while he awaits a hearing. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
News from the Breaking Now desk. A Spokane man facing deportation is still behind bars this morning. Martin Diaz was hoping to be released while his case moves forward, but a judge says that's not happening, and now his family is completely heartbroken.
It's been such a devastating experience for our family. And then, you know, you just kind of get that kernel of hope, like, we're going to be okay. We're going to get through this. He can come home and fight this with us. And then it gets shut down.
Diaz was arrested back in April outside his home in Spokane. Immigration officers say he assaulted one of them during the arrest, and now he's facing federal charges. You see, the whole thing was caught on a home security camera, but despite his attorneys saying there's not enough proof to keep him locked up, the judge disagreed and ruled that he's staying in custody. Meanwhile, outside the courthouse, supporters gathered to protest, calling the treatment of immigrants unfair. In response, the legal team for Diaz says they are not done fighting yet. This morning, Diaz is being held at the Spokane County Jail, and his trial is scheduled for September 2nd. We will be watching this case and bring you updates as we get them in. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Hannah, thanks. The Meade School Board has again decided to take no action on its policy on transgender students. Right now, the district's policy splits the difference between state and federal regulations on transgender students, but isn't fully compliant with either. School Board President Michael Cannon said the board plans to treat the policy as a standing item with no action until the federal government concludes its investigation into the Washington State Superintendent's office. The investigation began back in February when the Office of the Superintendent of Public Instruction found that the district's transgender policy was non-compliant with state law. No timeline for the federal investigation has been provided yet, but Meade has until June 30th to comply with state rules.
The mayor of Spokane Valley is going on medical leave. Mayor Pam Haley says she's experiencing a health issue and wants to focus on her recovery. She says she feels optimistic about her progress and hopes to return to her role as mayor sometime soon. Until then, Deputy Mayor Tim Hattenberg will assume all mayoral duties.
Well, many Americans are worried about how the conflict with Iran will impact our gas prices.
Now, so far this summer, we are already seeing prices start to rise. Right now, the average price for a gallon of gas in Coeur d'Alene is $3.43. That's up almost 12 cents from just last week. In Spokane, drivers paying an average of $4.02, according to AAA. That's up at least 7 cents from last week. Some drivers say there's just no way around it.
No matter what, we'll find the best prices of gas any way we can. If it's gas points, if it's some type of membership.
The Middle East conflict isn't the only factor driving up prices this summer. Local gas station owners say prices typically increase in summer when more people travel. Washington drivers also face additional costs at the pump. Come July 1st, you'll pay 6 cents more per gallon on top of the state's carbon tax, which has already increased 6 cents since March.
Not good news there. Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:37.
All right, bring us some good news, Matt, would you?
Do you like warmer temperatures?
Sure. In summer.
You're gonna get them starting this weekend, and then as we get closer to the 4th of July, looking like things are really gonna be heating up out there. It could be downright hot, and you may even need to blast the AC. In about a week from now, we'll take a look after this.
And so to come here on Good Morning Northwest, are you planning to light up the sky on July 4th? Well, you should know the rules first, where fireworks are banned in Spokane County and what's legal in North Idaho. It's next.
Plus, big changes coming to the 988 suicide hotline. The LGBTQ plus support option is going away, and what local resources are still available. That's next.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
When you get into a car accident, you may be wondering if you need a lawyer.
Well, if you were injured and it wasn't your fault, you should probably talk to an attorney.
Call Russell and Hill. The advice is free.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
Your garage door is more than just an entry point. It's also an escape route. Precision Garage Door Service. Fast, reliable, and friendly.
Summer is here in the Pacific Northwest, and it's set to be a scorcher. But why suffer through another season of sweltering heat and box fans? Call the experts at Bill's Heating and AC. With a lowest price guarantee, free second opinions, and a warehouse full of top quality equipment, we're ready to make your summer comfortable without breaking the bank. Technicians are on standby. Call for your free quote today.
Have you seen the Nissan lineup lately? If not, it's time to take a look at Coeur d'Alene Nissan. From the sporty Sentra to the versatile Rogue and the rugged Frontier, Coeur d'Alene Nissan has got something for every need and budget.
Right now, get the 2025 Nissan Pathfinder with 0% APR and $1,000 bonus cash. It's built for adventure and loaded with towing power.
Take a closer look at Nissan's top-of-the-line technology and impressive styling. Nice cars, nice people, Coeur d'Alene Nissan.
You'll love Yachtly Crew, a 7-piece SoCal band who has started a nationwide yacht rock craze. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, July 3rd. George Thorogood and the Destroyers bring their roof-shaking rock party to the Coeur d'Alene Casino live Thursday, July 31st. Winter Music Nashville's multi-platinum star Gabby Barrett is an unstoppable force in country music and will be live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, August 14th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
When you get into a car accident, you may be wondering if you need a lawyer.
Well, if you were injured and it wasn't your fault, you should probably talk to an attorney.
Call Russell and Hill. The advice is free.
Call 800-LAW-0842.
Welcome back. Your time is 6:41. Fireworks injuries spike around 4th of July. Washington reported more than 150 fireworks-related injuries just last year.
They also sparked nearly 300 fires. To prepare for the upcoming holiday, the Washington Fire Marshal's Office says have water and fire extinguishers ready. Use only consumer-graded fireworks and avoid damaged products. Also, make sure to keep those fireworks away from decorations.
Honestly, just be really aware about what you're doing. Yeah, fire extinguisher too. That could help a lot.
In Spokane County, fireworks are illegal in Spokane, Spokane Valley, Liberty Lake, Millwood, Cheney, and unincorporated areas. In North Idaho, Kootenai County allows non-aerial fireworks. Both states restrict fireworks to only around Independence Day and New Year's.
Like Washington DNR says every year, don't set the state on fire next week. 10-second takeaway. Hazy weather for today. We'll see some low 80s. That'll be the hottest of the work week, but we'll be even hotter by the end of Hoop Fest weekend.
A suicide hotline that receives more than 50,000 calls a month is going away. For the past 3 years, when someone dials 988, the suicide hotline, they had the option to hit 3 and be connected with someone trained in LGBTQ+ support. But next month, that disconnects. LGBTQ+ advocates here in Spokane say this puts a vulnerable population at risk.
LGBTQ youth are 4 times more likely to consider suicide, so this is literally putting lives at stake in our vulnerable community.
While this resource is going away, several programs in Spokane offer support for the LGBTQ+ community. Odyssey Youth Movement and Spectrum Center Spokane are some of the local organizations offering programs like support groups and therapy. Good morning. Northwest time is 6:43.
95% of online creators face cyberbullying, the tragic death that's now highlighting how widespread this problem really is and what's being done to fight it. It's coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
What's for dinner? Shop Fred Meyer for appetizing ingredients and big savings, like $600 in digital coupons and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering, like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Get the freedom to save and $5,350 total value on this Silverado. Plus, trade in an eligible vehicle and get $3,250 total cash allowance when you finance with GM Financial. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Walking 5 miles for $10. That's one way to earn some extra cash. But are you tired of chasing money?
Oh, come on!
Why not make your money work as hard as you do? Get 3.5% APY with an Ascend checking account and let your hustle earn dividends. Visit p1fcu.org/earn to learn more.
I don't think I'm cut out for this.
Elevate your summer at Silver Mountain Resort. Play 2 days in Idaho's largest indoor water park and enjoy one night in a beautiful condo for just $57 a person. Ride America's longest gondola for breathtaking scenic views or cruise the Northwest's #1 bike park. Create new family memories around the fire, an outdoor movie, or an evening stroll through the village. Just 30 minutes east of Coeur d'Alene on I-90. Elevate your summer at Silver Mountain. Book today at silvermt.com.
Post Falls ER and Hospital, open 24/7, providing premium emergency department care without the wait. From your child sports injury to urgent ambulance visits, Post Falls ER features low wait times, efficient procedures, and compassionate care. Plus, we provide state-of-the-art imaging, inpatient care, and accept all commercial insurances. Because in an emergency, every second counts and every life matters. Post Falls ER and Hospital, State Line near Cabela's, minutes away, hours faster.
What's for dinner? Shop Fred Meyer for appetizing ingredients and big savings, like $600 in digital coupons and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
4 News Now is brought to you by R&R RV.
Welcome back. It's now 6:46. Popular YouTuber Michaela Raines spent years saving hundreds of animals.
But pressures took their toll. Her death at 29 years old is again shining a spotlight on the issue of online harassment. Here's ABC's Andrew Dimbert.
This morning, the death of a beloved animal rescuer is casting a light on cyberbullying.
Hey guys, I'm introducing our newest rescue group.
Michaela Raines, founder of Save a Fox, amassed more than 6 million social media followers, sharing her life caring for rescued foxes and other animals.
We are with Chowder and Cassie.
Raines' husband announcing in a video that Michaela, who he says struggled with depression and borderline personality disorder, died by suicide.
For a few years, a group of people had been throwing dirt on Michaela's name.
Ethan says online bullying was a factor.
Most of these are people she knew, and some of them are other animal sanctuaries. They consistently spread ridiculous claims and rumors. She felt as if the entire world had turned against her.
Cyberbullying is often seen as a teenage issue, and while nearly half of U.S. teens have faced it, surveys show so have 41% of adults and 95% of online creators.
If you only have negative garbage to say, just shut up.
This year, First Lady Melania Trump revived her Be Best campaign with a renewed focus on online safety.
The widespread presence of abusive behavior in the digital domain affects the daily lives of our children, families, and communities.
Raines leaves behind her husband, their daughter, and the sanctuary she poured her life into.
I'm confident we can bring more light to this world, and we'll be doing it for Michaela.
If you or someone you know is struggling, call or text 988 for free confidential support. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
All right, let's take a live look. Oh, you recognize that. That's in our back parking lot, the KXLY. Oh! Did he just think that? That's Logan, by the way, our morning photojournalist.
He was a little off. Let's see if he'll do it again.
I missed it.
So close. He's prepping for this weekend.
Hey, that is
pretty good.
Hey,
third time's a charm. I'm sure he just made it.
having shot a couple hoops out there on Hoop Fest weekends in the past.
Yeah.
It's a tough rim.
Okay.
It's a tough rim. It's an unforgiving rim.
And it's also, you're on a slope. It's a whole thing.
It's a whole messy thing. Yeah, my NBA tryout's not happening anytime soon. I'll tell you that right now. All right, let's head to the big wall. Let's show you what's going on. Air quality is down to moderate this morning, and it is a noticeable haze across the inland Northwest. We saw this smoke move up from the upper atmosphere overnight, down from Alaska, from BC. It's since begun to settle down, and that's why we're seeing those areas of moderate air quality across across the region this morning. Mid-50s as you get up. Pretty nice weather otherwise. We'll continue to see that noticeable haze through the morning. Likely see at least some of this begin to lift as we head into the late morning and into the afternoon. But it's likely you'll still continue to notice hazy skies and will likely average out about moderate air quality throughout the course of the day, even with some improvements for the afternoon. Mid-70s by the time we get to lunchtime. We also have this Pumice fire, which is near Lake Chelan. This one is going to be something, unfortunately, it's going to be a pain in the butt for us as we head through the rest of the summer, I think, because it is burning deep in the wilderness. There's a lot of dead trees and things like that is burning through here. As we get into early Wednesday morning, there's still going to be smoke and haze over Spokane, over much of eastern Washington and North Idaho, including contributing smoke from that Pumice fire. Now, as we get into the afternoon on Wednesday, windy weather, it likely means, especially for the Omak area, likely some more smoke overhead, but everybody else will see some clearing conditions at least for Wednesday afternoon, so we'll be back to good, at least for the time being, when it comes to air quality around the inland Northwest for tomorrow. Now, what would help with those fires deep in the wilderness of the Cascades? If we get some rain, we'll have an opportunity. It's not going to be a good chance, but at least there will be a chance. Late this afternoon, places like Winthrop, Omak, Republic, also a chance for a couple of showers late this afternoon. Let's take a look at your 7-day forecast and the hotter temperatures we're expecting for Hoop Fest after this.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Crave returns to the Spokane Valley July 17th through 19th. Tickets on sale now.
It's our endless summer savings sales event where new Sierra 2500s come with $5,500 off MSRP or 3.95% APR. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
There's only a short time left to get your backyard and deck ready for the 4th of July at Windsor Plywood.
It's time to shop for wood.
Whether you're looking for PVC, composite, or wood, the Windsor Plywood Decking Pros can help you find what you need, including great railing options. It's the one-stop shop all the contractors use to build the best decks in the region.
Windsor Plywood.
Plus, local delivery is available.
It started with a drive down 8th Avenue.
Wow, what is this place?
A permanent year-round market rooted in sustainability, equity, and community. BECU stepped in with trust-based philanthropy and a commitment to the community.
Our partnership with Scale House is helping our members, is helping our community grow, thrive, get access to food.
From arts to agriculture, Scale House Market is a place where people grow together.
We have all your SUV options here at Post Falls Volkswagen. Choose the SUV with easy-to-use technology that best meets your needs and budget. There are so many choices, so take as many test drives as you want, and our knowledgeable staff will assist you with all the information you need.
The redesigned 2025 Tiguan just arrived and is turning heads. Smarter, sleeker, and more stylish than anything on the road.
Find SUV options at Post Falls Volkswagen, the home of 0000.
Bring the whole family out to the Coeur d'Alene Aviation Air Show and Expo. June 28th, high-flying acrobatics, including former pilots from both military and civilian backgrounds, will leave you breathless with their aerial stunts. Stroll through aviation exhibits and see military and vintage aircraft on display. Local vendors will be on site offering family fun and food. Take advantage of discounted advance tickets and avoid the long lines at the gate. The Coeur d'Alene Aviation Air Show and Expo, brought to you locally by Coeur d'Alene Aviation and Coeur d'Alene Casino.
It's our endless summer savings sales event where you'll find new Sierra 1500s with savings up to $14,500 off MSRP. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Good morning. Welcome back. It's 6:53. Time to get ready to take on your Tuesday in the morning sprint.
We got some sun and hazy clouds today. Meteorologist Matt Gray has a look at our first alert forecast.
But first, Hannah Joy in studio with how both Israel and Iran violated the ceasefire deal announced by President Trump last night.
Yeah, although President Trump said both sides agreed to stop fighting, a few hours later, Iran launched more missiles at Israel. Now, that ceasefire deal was supposed to kick in around 5:30 last night, but it did not last the night. Israel says Iran launched missiles just 2 hours after the deadline. One of them hit an apartment building, killing 4 people and hurting many others. And it didn't stop there. Iran also went after 2 U.S. bases. The White House says no one was hurt, but it's a clear sign that this is far from over. And this morning, President Trump is responding to all of this.
You know what? We basically have 2 countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing.
Right now, there's no sign of either side backing down, and both are already talking retaliation again. For updates on how this conflict is heating up, tune in to Good Morning America.
With rising tensions in the Middle East, many Americans are bracing for higher gas prices here, and we're already seeing an uptick. In Coeur d'Alene, the average is $3.43 a gallon. That's up 12 cents from last week. In Spokane, it's at $4.02, which is up 7 cents. Experts say it's not just the conflict, but summer travel and Washington's carbon tax are also pushing those prices higher.
New information in the search for Travis Decker, the Wenatchee man accused of murdering his 3 young daughters, Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia. The Kittitas County Sheriff's Office sharing an update on its Facebook page saying at this time there is no certain evidence that Decker is alive or even remains in central Washington. However, the Sheriff's Office says it can't and won't quit searching for him. It believes if Decker's out there, he is a danger to the public. If you are in the area and find evidence missed by police, the Sheriff's Office asks you to report it by calling KITCOM or 911.
Hazy skies today and a little bit lowered air quality. We'll see that haze very noticeable throughout the early parts of the morning. Temperatures up into the 70s as we head towards lunchtime. For the first time in a few days, expect us to get into the low 80s. We'll hang out in the low 80s through the afternoon and the early part of this evening as hazy skies continue. Expecting at least a little bit of clearing heading into tomorrow.
Fireworks injuries spike around the 4th of July. Washington reporting more than 150 fireworks-related injuries last year. They also sparked nearly 300 fires. Now, to prepare for the upcoming holiday, the Washington Fire Marshal's Office says have water and fire extinguishers ready. Fireworks are illegal in many areas. And for a complete list of regulations, head to KXLY.com.
Plans for Spokane's zip line are moving forward. The city council voted to approve the plan last night. Some people came out to support the zip line project. One woman sharing how she believes it'll boost our local economy. The city will not invest money into this project and is requiring the developer to purchase a large amount of insurance. The next step in the process is for the Department of Ecology to approve the permit for the zip line, which city experts believe will happen by July 2nd.
The Meade School Board is again taking no action on its transgender student policy, which doesn't fully comply with the state or federal rules. The board says it'll wait for a federal investigation into the state superintendent's office to wrap up before making changes. That investigation started back in February, but Meade still faces a June 30th deadline to meet state requirements.
The mayor of Spokane Valley is going on medical leave. Mayor Pam Haley says she's experiencing a health issue and wants to focus on her recovery. She says she feels optimistic about her progress and hopes to return to her role as mayor sometime soon. Until then, Deputy Mayor Tim Hattenberg will assume all mayoral duties.
Spokane is counting down the days to Hoop Fest, and you can already see setup is underway in Riverfront Park. More than 200,000 visitors and 4,000 teams are expected to fill downtown this weekend. And with all that traffic, Washington State Patrol says they'll be out in force on I-90, watching for speeding and impaired drivers.
Have a team playing in Hoop Fest? We want to hear about it. Check out the 4 News Now Facebook page. While you're there, share a few details with us about your team. We will cover the action all weekend, and who knows, you might spot a 4 News Now crew at your game.
And we'll be back with a final check of weather. It's coming up with meteorologist Matt Gray. Oh, Logan's so close again. He'll get it one of these tries.
Yeah, let's see it.
Coming up after the break here.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
A penny saved is a lifetime earned. Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
My parents started their first dealership in Coeur d'Alene in 1983. They took pride in being locally owned and work hard to help this great community we call home.
Now, 3 generations later, we're still proud to be one of the last locally owned Subaru dealerships, and we're working harder than ever to give back to the community that has supported us all these years.
Because we're looking forward to being your local family Subaru dealer for generations to come.
Win and save with Lucky Number Tuesday at Buy Mart. Just by matching your ending number, you can win a half loaf of bread from Franz. Plus, save with Tuesday-only pricing and buy it for $1.50. Win and save on Lucky Number Tuesday only at Buy Mart.
Oh boy, look at this. Hazy skies here in late June. Not ideal, but we will see some improvements in the haze and air quality as we head into Wednesday with some breezy conditions sweeping some of that out of here. We'll see average temperatures and pretty nice weather overall heading through the end of the work week. By Hoop Fest, the sun is shining. We'll start heating up. Expect upper 80s by the time we get to Sunday afternoon and 90s for a good portion of next week.
Well, thanks so much for starting your day with us here on Good Morning Northwest.
And we've loved having you along. We will see you throughout the morning on Good Morning America. It starts next.